All right, we're gonna go through planning a week of meals inside of MyFitnessPal. So as you can see, I have a blank day here. Mine's set up with certain time frames, which you can adjust those things as you want. It might say meal one, meal two, meal three, or breakfast, lunch, dinner for yours. You can do it however you want. So as I'm seeing here is a blank meal. I also have some preset ones that I use in my own personal ones that I'll kind of use to create these templates. So what I'm gonna do first is I want to plan out what I want for breakfast, the different meals throughout the day, and what I'm trying to get to is a certain calorie goal. So we have a 2,000 calorie goal here, and when I turn this to the side, so when I rotate it to the side, so I turn my phone to the side to do this, what it's going to do is at the very bottom of this, you'll see I have carbohydrate goal, so 175 carbs, 78 grams of fat, 58 grams of protein. So those are what I'm trying to reach in my totals. Right now my totals are 0 because I have nothing in there. So to show you an example of a day that has some stuff in there, so we'll go over to this one here, and this one has a day worth of stuff. Doesn't have a full day to hit those numbers because those numbers are not adjusted for my current calorie thing. But as you can see, in this total down here, I have 1,376 calories used. I've used 157 of those carbohydrates, so remaining in this, I have 624 calories left I have to get. 18 carbohydrates. My fat, I've used 39. I have 39 grams of fat left because I have 75 I'm supposed to hit, or 76. And I've used 100 grams of protein. I have 50 grams of protein left. So if I went to adjust this day, what I want to do is go through and fit those categories. So let's go ahead and make a new day. So I'm going ahead and go in today. I'm going to add a food, and I'm going to say I'm going to have eggs for breakfast, right? So I have eggs. Throw in I try to go as close to the name brand I'm using, organic large brown eggs from Roundy's. So click those, pull those in. Okay, from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in different foods to think it. So maybe I want some protein pancakes, right? So protein pancakes, these are what I normally use. And I have my breakfast. So I'm just quickly adding foods in and starting to figure out what I want as my meals. So let's say I want an apple for my meal. An average apple is 198, but this is actually something you're going to put on a food scale and you're going to actually weigh this food. But 198 grams. Now the reason I know that is I've weighed a ton of apples over time. For dinner tonight, let's go ahead and have a sirloin steak. Make that 8-ouncer. I know I'm going to need some vegetables, so let's go ahead and do a Cobb salad. I'm going with pretty simple, basic ones here, just to be able to do this, but a lot of times you're going to have to weigh the different individual versions of these. So let's go ahead and look at my calories that are 1523, but what I really need to do is turn this aside and figure out where I'm at my macros. So my macros are green right now. What green means that I can add to those. If they go red, that means I've gone over on those. And if they're 0, they'll just be black, okay? So I need 7 more grams of fat, 45 grams of protein, 68 grams of carbohydrates. I don't want this video to last forever, so I'm not going to do all those things. I'm just going to put some random foods in right now to see if I can get to those. So let's just go ahead and go with an orange. I can get some carbohydrates from that. Okay. I needed some fats, so let's go ahead and put some salad dressing in. Actually, let's not do that because I need more protein, didn't I? So I'm just going to probably use fats on that. So let's go ahead and add a chicken breast here. Pull up a chicken breast. I'm going to say that I just want, why are chicken breast canned? That makes no sense. We're going to use 100-gram chicken breast. Switch that over to, see, I can switch to ounces. I know ounce is better. So I'm going to have a 6-gram or 6-ounce chicken breast. Let's see where that puts me now. Go ahead and flip this over. Good. Oh, I have too much protein. I'm right on my fats, and I'm 39 carbohydrates. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep moving myself back and forth until I hit that right number. So if I did that on this one, okay, I have too much protein. So I need to take this down to a 3-ouncer. I also need some carbohydrates. So let's go ahead and throw into my breakfast. Let's go ahead and throw in some more fruit. I know I'm going fruit heavy here, but they're just things I can think of off the top of my head, guys. So we're going to go with 100 grams of kiwi. And let's see what we got now. So I still have some remaining things. Again, I don't want this video to get too long, so I'm not going to go back and forth and try to get to the right number. But I'm going to keep adding foods in until I can get myself, the goal is to get to 0 carbohydrates, 0 fats, and 0 proteins as I go through, okay? So my goal is go 0, 0, 0. I'm not really worried about hitting the exact calorie number. That won't happen every time because calorie counting is a little less accurate. So it might be, you might be 140 calories over, you might be 168 calories under on some things. Don't worry too much about the calories. If you hit your macros right, the calories are going to be right where they're supposed to be. So don't worry too much about the calories. The calories just give us the base idea what we're going towards. The calories help us calculate out what our macros need to be. So please don't worry about hitting those. Worry about hitting your carbohydrates. We are playing with a plus 10 carbohydrate, plus 5 fats, plus 10 protein ratios. What this means is you can go plus or minus on either side. So if I'm at 0, I could go negative 10 or positive 10 protein on here. The same thing with the carbohydrates, and the fats could be 5 and 5. What this allows me to do is a little variance just to make sure that everything doesn't have to be perfect. That would be explained a little bit more when it's written out. I just want to show you a quick video on how to do these. And then if I want to do, you can go across all the days and make all those days. You also do it pretty simple, whereas I love this breakfast, so I'm just going to copy that breakfast over to tomorrow. Boom. So already my breakfast is over there. And then from there, I got copied actually, sorry, to a different day because tomorrow's not the day I'm on. I can't copy it to a day far enough ahead of time because I'm too far out on my days, but that's okay. So it did. You can see it easily copied that meal over to another day. So I can copy the things that I want over, and then go in and see, okay, when I want to add or subtract things, and then you just keep on playing what we call macro Tetris. You just keep moving things back and forth to be able to do that. Hopefully this video gave you an idea on how to go through really quickly and be able to put your meals in, figure out what that macro is, right? So we use this as I turn my phone to the side. I use this thing to keep gauging how close I'm getting, how close am I getting. And your goal is to try to eat the same meals as much as possible if you can. That way you don't have to spend all your time going back and forth. And routine is pretty key for this stuff. So hopefully that gives you guys some tips.